Hey, this is the man in the Soviet sweatshirt, and these are a quick top 5 of my most anticipated games that are coming out both this year and beyond. At number 5, we have Batman Arkham City. Big fan of the original. Looks like they're going to be expanding upon what I loved. They have a more varied combat environment. I do think the open world will work. I do want to raise a concern, however, over the spatial stuff. I mean, if they have enough moment to moment activities and a lot of kind of instant gratification, I don't know. I mean, I play a ton of open world games. That's one of my absolute favorite genres. And so I can see when a developer, if they overshoot the goals, if they try to create too much too fast and they don't fill it, it becomes repetitive and it seems to drag out a bit. I don't think Arkham City will be like that. I think that I'm hope and I pray they know what they're doing, and I'm pretty sure they do. And I love the. I'm not too crazy about the Catwoman thing. I'm just gonna say that I like Batman, so I'm gonna. Hopefully, Batman will be the majority of it. And I know some people were thinking maybe online co-op. I couldn't care less, to be honest with you. I just want another great Batman experience, and I know Rocksteady will most likely deliver. Moving on at number 4, we have Deus Ex Human Revolution. I really hope I said that right because I know I'm probably going to get a lot of crap if I didn't. All I know is this game looks absolutely fantastic. Square Enix's engine, although I don't know if Eidos Montreal was the one who designed that engine, all I know is it looks great. That Renaissance, or the golden look, really does make it unique as almost anything else out there. I mean, people, when they say action shooter RPG, you think Mass Effect or you think Fallout. But with this, it really is its own beast. The augmentation stuff and a lot of the biomechanic stuff, it makes it very, very player driven. And I do love that about, especially with video games as an interactive medium, is I love how interactive they are. I love when companies go out of their way to let you really craft your experience, and I'm pretty sure this will be a fantastic game. We'll definitely find out August 23rd when it ships. So, all the way up to number 3 now with Rage. If you're into video games, you've probably heard of Rage. It's the first new project from id since Doom 3. And you guys, maybe some of you will say, oh, id did other things. Well, this is what id did. They publish things. So, for instance, Quake 4, that was developed by Raven Softworks, who had also developed the new Wolfenstein title. Enemy Territories Quake Wars will be developed by Splash Damage, who also handled, I believe, Return to Castle Wolfenstein on the Xbox. So the only true sequel or anything that id has internally developed has been Doom 3. So now that they're developing Rage, that's really cool. I mean, I have nothing but pleasant things to say. I mean, almost anything you can think of for a shooter, I mean, oh no, the gun sounds repetitive. We're moving that around. The AI scripts are repetitive. We'll move in that. We're varying it up. Corridor shooters are kind of a drag. We'll fix that. We'll open it up. It's repetitive textures. We have all unique textures. It's pure awesomeness. Yeah, awesomeness. I said it. That's what it is. And 10-4-11, I'm buying that. So number 2 is Bioshock Infinite. God, for 2012 and it looks as good as it does, I don't know. That's just a sign of a great game. Irrational Softworks is fantastic with their engine. They can really pump out some great stuff with the new result. They did not develop Bioshock 2. The guys who developed that are actually working on the XCOM reboot. Now, many of you do not know that there was, or do not want to know, or wish to know, or wish to forget that there was a first-person shooter XCOM game before the original trilogy of strategy titles. So, and this one looks pretty good. I gotta say, I mean, for someone who's not really familiar with the XCOM games, from what I've read of it, the XCOM reboot looks pretty good. But Bioshock Infinite, the Skyline thing, if you look at just the demo, the E3 demo, completely player-driven. I mean, a huge gameplay set piece, completely driven by player interaction. And now that is truly, truly great. So, can't wait for that game to come out in 2012. Now, number 1 is Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. What can I say? I love Elder Scrolls, love Bethesda Softworks, and 300 hours is flippin' awesome. So, it really isn't, I mean, people know what Skyrim is, people love it. I think. Well, depends on if you like Oblivion, and I recommend playing Oblivion before you play Skyrim, just so you can get the swing of things. Although, I got about 4 things that I can say right off the bat that I'm excited about. Number 4 is, of course, the dragons and the dragon shouts. Those, I'm thinking with dragons, it's either going to be Bioshock's Big Daddies or Bioshock 2's Big Sisters. They'll either be completely scripted or you'll find them randomly, and therefore they'll be a great AI asset. So that's, and then the Dragon's Breath, in addition, or Dragon Calls. Again, great additional layer on top of your magic abilities. So, then number 3, the world. It looks incredibly detailed. I tolerated the repeating textures of Oblivion because of loot. Same reason people still play Diablo 2, so that's why I still play Oblivion. And so the fact that they have a ton of differing textures within their mountains and caves makes me want to go loot the hell out of that stuff all over again. Number 2, of course, is the Radiant AI and story. The fact that it will mold itself to what you're doing, to the choices you've made, to your character, to what's happened, is just awesome. Although, legitimate concern, we're either going to have a Forced Unleash Euphoria or a Grand Theft Auto 4 Euphoria. I'm hoping for the latter. Now, number 1 is just weapons. I mean, the combo system, the added gore. I mean, one of the things people will fault Oblivion for is it's kind of clunk, 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 clunk. I mean, there's special moves, but it's mostly one note unless you dive into some of the magic stuff. With this, it looks awesome because you have the combos, you have the magic skills that you can combine, and it just looks so polished. And if 11/11/11 is when it's coming out, so be it. Although, if they delayed it, I wouldn't complain because, hell, it just means they'll be able to add more stuff. And 300 hours is 300 hours. So, I'm the man in the Soviet sweatshirt, and that was my top 5 games I'm most anticipating.